That's good.
I guess what's this been like the first couple weeks as you've seen your workload start to increase a little bit more and more on game days?
Like, what you mean?
What's it just been like for you adjusting to the college game and you've seen you get more carries over the last 2 games?
Oh yeah, that just came off hard work and watching the guys in front of me, like Reggie, Chase, Hayden, Mike, and Jakari. They all really helping me in the room, helping me understand the plays and everything.
What's been I guess, most difficult part, and I guess the easiest part of making the jump into getting some carries and playing Big Ten football?
The difficult part is understanding like the routine every week and like understanding the plays, because like we do new things every week. So it's just really that part, understanding the plays.
Coach Bielema said yesterday that you kind of bring a juice to the offense and to the offensive line. What's that kind of mean to you to kind of bring some energy to the group?
Oh, they hype me up on the field. I like playing behind my offensive line. They're really the big boys that make everything happen up front. And the tight ends like Luke, DJ, and Tilt.
I guess yesterday Coach Bielema talked about you. There had to be a physical runner just kind of growing up in the part of the country you did. Like, you must be a physicalness.
Oh, yes, sir. Bama.
Yeah, go ahead. What's that like?
Oh, Bama, it's physical football down there. That's really where I picked all that up from. Because in high school, we were just straight downhill from running wing tee and now coming to spread. I did spread my 9th grade and 10th grade year. Then 11th grade year, we got a new coach, Coach Darlington from Apopka, Florida. And he had to get us tough, so he just started telling me run downhill right behind my pads.
What kind of mindset does that take to be able to do that play in and play out?
Oh, like being physical?
Yeah.
Oh, that just comes naturally. Like, that's just how I grew up.
What did you guys learn from last week, and how are you looking ahead to Maryland?
Oh, last week we just had a lot of mental errors and a couple of turnovers, but this week we just got to be physical and just play as a team, play as one.
Josh has been kind of running back by committee. Is it more difficult to get into a rhythm when a lot of guys are running in and out, or can you just jump right in and go?
No, sir, it's not difficult. It's just when they go in, we just got to go in and make our plays, just each one of us. We just got different options to do in the game, different things.
Was there a moment, Josh, in the last 2 games that you kind of settled in and kind of are getting a little bit more of a feel for what this was like? Is there kind of an aha moment?
The first thing we got in there is just do our job. That's the first thing on the board in there. So I just really just try to come in and do my job just like the rest of the team.
What were those initial conversations with Coach B to make that you come to Illinois? What do you like about his pitch, and what do you say he liked about you?
Oh, me and Coach B, it's just the vibes there. Just like the trust. Like really, I was just talking to him each day. Just gaining more trust with them, seeing, because like my recruitment, I wasn't recruited by a lot of schools to play linebacker. I was recruited by one that was Ole Miss. But other than that, the rest was running back, and yeah.
Did you want to play linebacker?
No,
or you were mostly set on?
Yeah, I already had my mindset I want to be running back, because that's what I played my whole life. Was just running back.
Your high school coach knew Coach B, right? Is that it? Was there a connection between
Coach K?
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew each other, but I don't know about all that.
Okay.
But I just knew they knew each other.
What does it mean for you, for the coaching staff to have faith in you? I mean, you're a young player and playing alongside all these veterans. What does that mean for you?
Like playing alongside Chase, Reggie, Mike, Jakari, Hayden. I really picked up a lot from them. That's really all I did. I watched them a lot every day. Like when I was on scout team, I used to just watch them guys just work. And I just really just joined with them. Just start working, come back in, putting extra work time in.
Josh, you aren't really, I guess you don't look like a freshman. So I guess, have you always had, I guess, this physicality or this physique and growing up? Or?
I always had that determination to just go out and just kill my opponent. But really, I just stayed in the weight room a lot.
Where's that determination come from, Josh?
That came from me. That came from the team. I just really just like watching Coach Tank, GC, all of them in the weight room. They really helped me a lot. They called me the young buck. Yeah. So I really just go off of them because they bring all the energy.
What were your expectations for this year, especially early on, Josh?
I didn't really have any expectations. Like when I first got here, the only thing I want to do is just pick up the plays, stay in the playbook, just keep on going over everything.
Were you at all surprised when your number got called, in the second game? I guess what was that moment like for you?
Oh, when my number got called, it was overwhelming. Like I couldn't believe it. I just had to go out there and just execute.
How do you balance being overwhelmed but also realizing like I gotta run some plays? Like what's that like?
Ooh, that's a tough one right there. It's just being in the moment. That's really all it is.
Take me back a little bit to picking Illinois. Did you do a lot of research on, I mean, Coach B's talked about liking bigger running backs. Did you look into that at all? I guess, how did you kind of get to know him?
My coach had told me like a little bit, like, because they knew each other. My high school coach Kennedy, Jay Kennedy, they knew each other, and he was just like telling me, like, Coach B, it's just, he a real relationship guy, and that's what I like in my recruitment. Because like other schools, they tell you like, come here, you'll start. I wasn't really looking for that. I was just looking for a tight relationship with my head coach.
So were you surprised just to get in this early? I mean, if you weren't really looking for that?
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to start getting playing time my freshman year. But it's just really just enjoying.
What are some of the biggest things you talk about learning from the guys ahead of you? What are some of the biggest things you've taken away from Chase or Reggie or Jakari?
They all help me up front and help in my pass pro.
Okay.
And then every day whenever we go through like the bad cutting drills, they help me a lot with my footwork. Because I'm such a bigger guy, so you know, just learning from them, they help me a lot.
You had to kind of reset, you know, anything that you thought about your freshman year, because you're getting on the field now, and it's kind of another level.
Like, what you mean by like reset?
Just when you said you didn't have any expectations in your freshman year, I would assume now you kind of do have some expectations for how you want this to finish.
Yeah, I just want us to, like, the whole team just to still continue playing as one. Don't let the L's get in front of us, you know. Just really that.
What was the reaction of, I don't know, friends, family? I can imagine, like, after you get in a Big Ten game on TV, your phone might have been
yeah.
So what was that like?
The whole enterprise was going wild because that's where I'm from. They was all enjoying it. They couldn't even believe it, and I couldn't either.
What does it mean to represent, you know, where you're from on a stage like this?
That means the world to me. Just playing for the guys back home, letting them know, like, we can really play Division I football.
Excellent. You talk about being a bigger back. Has that always been you? Like, were you the kid in JFL who was just a big kid?
No.
When did that come up?
I started getting big. Coach Jones, my high school coach, he started telling me, like, I gotta eat more and put some weight on, because I was not always big.
Yeah.
Like 9th grade, 10th grade, I probably weighed like 195. 10th grade year, I picked up some weight, gained 205.
Okay.
And then after that, I just had to continue eating it and staying in the weight room.
What's the diet of choice to help put all that food, put some weight on there in 10th to 11th grade?
You don't even want to know. Pound it every day.
Yeah?
Basically,
What's
yes,
the
sir.
order from there?
Oh, double orange chicken, fried rice, with teriyaki chicken.
Nice. How did you adjust that? I mean, just putting on weight, getting bigger, what was the adjustment process?
I mean, whenever I stayed in the weight room a lot, I mean, we really just like kept on getting me like cut up. Like, it's not really like weight, it's just like cut up weight, like muscle weight.
Was the plan, like, were you thinking, like, if I get, big, I'll be ready early wherever I end up in college, or was that just kind of?
I wasn't thinking of that. That just came like with me.
How was Tank talk to you, I guess, in that process? Everyone talks so highly of him, and I gotta imagine you have a pretty good relationship.
Oh yeah, Coach Tank, he pushed us to our limits. He tell us every day, just come in and work, keep on doing our job, because we all read that right there. As soon as we first walk in, that's the first thing we got to put on the board. Do your job.
So, I mean, I'm sure you've been asked this before, but just to get early playing time, just what do you feel like maybe you showed, in training camp or in the last few weeks of practice to get out there?
Really just my work ethic. That's really all I showed. I had to improve on my work ethic.
So when you get in a running back room like that, I mean, you're a different type of back. Do you feel like that's an advantage for you? It's like you can do something a little different that maybe the other guys can't?
I mean, I wouldn't say all that. I mean, we all got our different flows and stuff, but I'm just a downhill runner. Like, I like physicality, because I play running back, you're going to get hit, you just got to keep on getting up and just doing it over and over again.